Square Enix has been struggling a lot over the past couple of years. Gamers are getting sick and tired of companies pumping out remakes and remasters, and then when they do finally take a chance on a new franchise like Forspoken, for example, they hire narrative consultation companies who go in and are more worried about pushing a message versus genuinely good storytelling. And now we're seeing once again Square Enix having a problem because their stock has plummeted after a disappointing Q3 2024 earnings report. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I can't really say I'm particularly shocked that Square Enix has been struggling so much over the last couple of years. Gamers are willing to, yes, buy nostalgic products like remakes and remasters, but only a certain amount of them. And every single company has made that basically their main strategy when it comes to making money, which has not turned out well. Gamers are very quickly rejecting these being thrown in our faces time and time again, especially when they are censored products. And you could just go back and play the original, which is 10 times better. But they're taking chances every once in a while, like with Forspoken, but they're not taking chances on content people actually want, which has led to year after year after year of problems for them. And now Square Enix's stock has plummeted over 10 points. The company hence lost the equivalent of hundreds of millions of dollars in market capitalization, with this turn of events likely being prompted by Square Enix reporting some mixed financial results. Square Enix's operating profit has been on a steady decline since its 2022 peak, and the Japanese gaming giant's latest financial report suggested that this trend might have finally reversed, with the company reporting that it generated 136 million in profit over the last 6-month period ending in September of 2024, a 22% year-on-year increase. But the stock still declined by over 10% by the close of trading at the Tokyo Stock Exchange on Monday, November 11th. Some Japan-based industry watchers speculate this development can be attributed to a number of troubling figures contained in the company's latest financials, although the operating profit for the reported 6-month period had increased year on year. So while they might have seen this internally as some kind of win, it really wasn't, because they had more money still going out. Now, if Square Enix, of course, had actually been listening to gamers over the past couple of years and really trying to figure out what it is that people want to buy, they probably would be able to get back to that 2022 all-time peak. Of course, they thought with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth that was going to be a major title, and it wasn't. And what makes me sad is, like, even games like Final Fantasy 16, which I thought were amazing, did not do as well as they expected. But it takes a lot of time to get people back to feeling confident in you, and right now we do not. I mean, you are talking about Square Enix, the company that has admitted they have years worth of plans when it comes to NFTs. Nobody wants NFTs. That's not the future of the gaming industry, yet they're still trying to very quietly release these titles, keep these projects afloat, and it hasn't been working. Of course, we are in the middle of the culture war of Gamergate 2, and there are, gamers from all across the world who are willing to boycott any company's games. While yes, I used to really love Square Enix, and I know Square Enix has some amazing franchises, that does not mean that they are untouchable. That does not mean that people will not look at them and see censorship or see them focusing on, Western ideology and decide, I'm gonna purchase this still because I don't care. It's Square Enix. That's just not the reality that we live in. And that's a reality these companies are going to start to have to realize. I've talked about Square Enix a lot on this channel, going back to the first Final Fantasy VII Remake, when we found out that they had an internal ethics department that was toning down content within their games. Like, toning down Tifa's chest and censoring the outfits and the character models, which people were not happy with, removing some of the dialogue and adding in new, more politically correct dialogue. This year, when it comes to products that they've been putting out, we've been talking quite a lot about Dragon Quest because numerous gamers announced a boycott of Square Enix's Dragon Quest III HD2D remake following the removal of male and female character options. We also had seen them censoring several different characters' outfits, which is so sad to see because when I am supporting a remake or a remaster, I really don't expect you to go in and drastically change the product. I don't expect you to remove, male and female character options. I don't want you to be censoring iconic artworks and character designs. I want you to, up the graphics. I want you to fix any bugs and glitches. I want you to tweak the combat so that it's a smoother experience, just very basic things. And yet they decided to go in and do what they thought was going to gain them some sweet, sweet ESG dollars. And that certainly isn't the case. What they did was push a hell of a lot of gamers away from this product. And that is the fate that these companies are going to face if they continue to do this. Nobody wants you to go in and remove male and female character options. We simply want you to respect the original creator's intentions. We want you to do your best when it comes to delivering gamers a high quality experience, and removing male and female character options is just not part of that. But we also saw just a couple of months ago a Square Enix shareholder questioning the company about Sweet Baby Inc.'s involvement. So we never had gotten a product that came out where Sweet Baby Inc.'s name was in the credits in regards to Square Enix, but Square Enix's name had been on SBI's partner page for years, so one would assume it was a product that either came out a long time ago or an upcoming product, though either way, Sweet Baby Inc.'s webpage was completely wiped a couple of weeks back, and this partner page no longer exists, and I think a big reason is because of this situation, because Square Enix's shareholder had publicly questioned their involvement with the company. So I think that they just decided to do away with that partner page. Of course, Sweet Baby Inc.'s name will most likely still be in games credits if they worked on it. But on the flip side, it's still just not a good look in totality to have your shareholders coming out and publicly questioning what the hell your involvement is with a company like SBI, and it's not really shocking given we are in the middle of Gamergate 2. There's millions of gamers who will boycott titles that Sweet Baby Inc. is attached to in any way, shape, or form, and these shareholders at the end of the day just want to make money, and you do not make money by talking about the fact that you're working with one of the most hated companies within the industry. So yes, right now things are not going good for Square Enix. While they thought they were going to have a major win for Q3 2024, it does not look like that is going to be the case. Their stocks are plummeting right now, and overall it just seems that Square Enix is going to continue to struggle going forward unless they start really listening to gamers and what we want, and they start trying to release really high quality experiences again. I of course will be keeping my eye on this, but it's just another miserable year for another company, and this time it's Square Enix. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.